Bonjour, bonjour, welcome back to my channel. I'm DMC, I'm a tattoo artist based in Atlanta. If you'd like to check some of my work, I'm gonna put that below the link. My social media, I'm a portfolio. I hope everybody's doing great today. It has been a week and a few days I haven't seen you guys. I have an excuse. I suffer migraines and unfortunately I was sick, not like sick of a cold, but migraines, and it does a lot, you know. So unfortunately I had to take off for like not to post or do anything with social media or anything. I took a whole week off because the migraines gets really bad. But besides that, as you guys mostly know, I went to regionals. So this video is gonna be more talking about how was my experience with regionals, how it went, and what do I think what's my next plan. But before, I want to show you guys what I got. I didn't get this at regionals, but I got it at a store because I went to look for a box for my deck, and I look at pull Yu-Gi Yummy, or more like what's it called, at them with the Dark Magician. So that's gonna be on my little sanctuary, my little set of all my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that I have right here. So I have a bunch of things, and in the back I have raw. But anyways, how did it went? Well, let's get to the point. I got clapped by this amazing deck slash card, which is Molcharmy. Yes, you guys, I was not expecting to see everyone dumping Molcharmy on the very first, you know, like every time. I don't know how pulling Molcharmy, I mean with the different kind of Molcharmy. I definitely gonna be putting some footage of how was the interest. So first of all, I got there late. Unfortunately, I was sick. I was still with the migraine. I was not doing so well. Maybe that's why I feel like I really didn't perform how I was supposed to. But then at the same time, I have fun. I'm not gonna lie, I have fun. I love to talk to people, especially when we share the same things, and maybe them sharing their knowledge and kind of teaching me where I misplay. But I know a fact of like wanting to get out was because of my migraine, but I still went because I wanted to. I love conventions. I love events of Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and stuff like that. Even if I don't play, I love going to see the dealers. Unfortunately, the dealers or what they were selling was cool. I saw a Pot of Greed plushie, but when I went back, it was already sold out. But I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't as big as I thought it was gonna be, like last time that I went to regionals. But when I mean as big, I mean the dealers, because actually it was like around 300 people playing. It was a big place. It was cold, so it should have helped my migraine, but at the same time I was having a lot of cramps. So at the same time I was more worried about it. I think that's what happens. I encounter a lot. When I say a lot, is a little word for how many decks of Mitsurugi and Raizo I encounter. So I was sitting and I saw like I was sitting against my opponent, and my opponent was playing Mitsurugi and Raizo, and my next opponent next to me was playing Mitsurugi Raizo. I got really intimidated, so I did misplay. I'm gonna be honest completely. As you guys know, I am completely honest with you guys. I kind of feel like I represent myself as a person that loves and enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh, wants to get into like into competitive, but I love casual. Let's be honest, I love going to playing with friends and stuff like that. But regionals or competitive is a completely different beast. Everybody is playing top. When I say top, is like you see repetitive decks, repetitive cards, repetitive combos, but at the same time so many freaking hand traps. I know this meta was currently how is it going? It's a lot of people call it fun, but at the same time it's you know, that's what signing up for. So what was my deck? I already put a deck list. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you have to play more. I have to play more. I have to. The way when I say I have to play more, I have to play more Charmies. I have to play more. Like, obviously, I cannot play more Called by the Grave, but I'm saying I have to play more of Hand Traps. But I think my deck is a little too loaded to add more of it. But I might have to tweak around and see what I can do. Because as you guys know, I play Yubel, Fiendsmith, but to my other opponent that was next, well, not opponent, but my neighbor. When I was playing, he was playing Yubel Fiendsmith, but he had Yubel Fiendsmith and Unchained, which was like, dude, that's a heavy deck, But at the same time, I think it's not always about the deck; it's about who pilots it, Do I feel I could have done better? Yes, definitely. I know if I would have played my cards the way it should, I could have been in another position. But at the same time, it's the more charming. Fulos really did hurt in the part of special summoning and what was my next move, if to give them enough content to create more cards and give them more cards in the hand. So I got really nervous about it. Sometimes I stalled on my mind a lot what to do next, and it's because that card is very intimidating. It's definitely a max C, let's be honest. It's definitely a max C with a little limitation, which never is gonna happen. But I end up just like, dude, I can't do my very first turn. If you guys know, Yubel special summons from deck. Well, special summons from the grave, special summons from the extra deck if you want to do, what's it called? The Phantom of Yubel. But I encountered, like I mentioned, I encountered another Yubel. And it was interesting to see how other people play and have Yubel. So, but definitely star of the show, Molcharmi Fulos and Mutsurugi Raizio, which I was expecting because on YCS they have it. So the other thing, so it was interesting to hear one of my opponents. They were telling me that as soon as they got to the regional, they ran straight to buy Molcharmi. And when he went to check the dealers, well, the shops there, they were already sold out. So that's when like, dude, everybody's playing Molcharmi. You have to play. Obviously, with one cross out, you're done. But it's still, So did I enjoy it? Yes, absolutely. The food was disgusting because they didn't give us lunch time, So we were at the Georgia Gas Arena, I call it Gas Arena, and their food was so expensive but disgusting. But it's not even a statement. The food was expensive, disgusting. Maybe because whatever we chose was bad. So it was $20 for a panini, a steak panini. I think it was steak panini, dude. It was like, I'm sorry for everybody that loves Arby's. I respect you guys, but you see the meat of Arby's, imagine that with 2 flatbread, and I'm like, dude, $20 for this is insane. But yeah, we didn't have break for that, and we moved to the rounds real quick, so that was the good part. The only bad part was that I was dealing with a migraine. But yes, I did enjoy it. What is my next plan? Well, I am planning on, hopefully, crossing fingers if Delta doesn't fuck up like last time. I'm planning on going to nationals, probably going a day before, try to qualify. So currently my mindset is every Friday I had to go to my locals and practice. That's my key. Going against people, I had to stop. I have to stop if I want to go. What's it called? If I want to go competitive, I have to stop just doing the first myself, playing the first 5 cards and seeing about what would I pull. That's not the game. The game is actually people getting interrupted. You have to get a way around it. So I am planning on going every Friday if work allows, if I'm not too busy. Planning on going every Friday to my locals and practice as much as I can. I'm gonna try to bring you guys with me if they consent of me recording at least their hands. I'm not planning on showing people's faces, but at least their hands or something, so we can all kind of practice at the same time. But that's my perspective, because I cannot lie. Let's be honest. I cannot go to these competitive tournaments and expecting that everybody's gonna be playing the way I already know. No, there is a lot of things stopping you between it, and I need to go more interact with duelists instead of just playing Master Duel, because Master Duel is a different format, and it's kind of a different format, but I need to start memorizing my cards. That's the other thing. That's the other thing. I have to start memorizing other decks. I need to stop just thinking that Yubel is the shit. I just say it for fun with you guys. I need to start memorizing every other deck. What card I need to stop from Mitsurugi Raizo? What card I need to stop with, like, you know, I mean, we're already out of Snake Eye kind of format, but just saying, you know, like, if there's a Snake Eye, like what I need to do, what card I need to stop. Also, Malice, what card I need to think about it, because that's the thing. I know more about Mitsurugi Raizo because I went against Mitsurugi Raizo, but I don't know much of going against a Malice, which puts me into a vulnerable state if I go to nationals and go against the Malice, you know, players. So that is my perspective. We gotta put more practice. I gotta practice more. Gotta do some time if I wanna get at least to a certain stage on nationals. I know I'm not gonna, you never know, but I'm not planning on saying I'm flying out to Japan, but I'm saying it's a goal that I want to do it for myself, is to grow more on knowledge and be able to play on Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not saying I'm a very bad duelist. I know I'm not even average, but I know my deck. I know how to play it. I get very nervous, which I need to overcome that. Nervous kicks in, my anxiety kicks in, and my mind goes completely blank, which is not okay, because I need to start like overcoming that. So that's my goal for regional, for nationals. I'm still planning on going. If I don't go, it's because something happened, but I'm still planning on going. Trying to be going to the first to the day before play, and if I don't make it, well, I tried, you know, I tried. Now, talking about little updates, I know there's 3 sets coming up. I don't know if I'm gonna buy them. I know probably one I am planning on buying, but I gotta do more of my research. So I know Battles of Legends is coming. We'll see. It looks cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna spend my doubloon or my chimichanga money on this set, because my Alliance Inside set was this. If you guys can remember, that was bad pull for 2 boxes. And then Justice Hunter, which is the big one that everybody wants to get, because of the canine and the fluffer, the whatever gummies that are coming up, and then Duelist Advance. So what am I buying those? Depends, dude. It depends, because dude, the I think it's Duelist Advance. The one with the K9 is gonna be like 97, probably 100, and right now 190 or something. Like, it's money, you know. And I think it's more because I got disappointed from my last pull. But besides that, that's the update of how things has been on Yu-Gi-Oh! I gotta practice more, you guys. I gotta practice more getting clapped, dude. But I have fun. That's what matters. It's not all about losing. When I see people getting mad, I get it, because it's a passion. It's like me going to a competition of like art paintings and doing like I've been practicing so much, and then I lose against a competition live painting. I get it, but I have to also understand that you have to go with the mindset of like, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna enjoy it, and don't get mad with somebody else. I that's the other thing. Praise the Lord, knock on wood. Maybe because I've lost, maybe because I lost, but I didn't encounter someone being mean to me. I hope I don't, because I don't like to see people getting mad, and it's such a fun event. But I know there's a moment that people are so mad, and I will be mad too. I'm not gonna lie. I will be mad if I lose throughout time, if my opponent is delaying or doesn't know their deck. That's why when I am kind of like thinking, I have a certain time in my head to like, I can let my duelist suffer the whole time while I'm thinking what I'm doing. You have a certain time to like think about it. I'm not saying don't just have your strategy, but there is a certain amount of time. There is a certain amount of time you can't abuse of that time and just stalling, and then your opponent loses because he have a card effect and his life point went down, but actually he lost because of your fault, because you were stalling and you were just thinking. And so I get it. That part, I get it. I'll be pissed, but don't come and punch people around. Don't do that. This is actually, Yu-Gi-Oh is actually a game. It's for have fun, just like video games. I know it's a passion. I know it's things, but just remember to keep it civilized, my people. Civilized. Anyways, you guys, I hope I made understand or encourage. I hope I can give that energy to somebody else to go to national, regionals, have fun. If we lose, we lose, you guys. But the fun thing is making friends and stuff, seeing your friends over there. And I hope I can inspire people that are afraid of going to competitive and actually go, for fun. So conclusion, we're going to nationals. We haven't have our invite, but we're going because we have to get that. So I would try. Hopefully nothing happens. That's the way to say you never know what happens. But we're gonna be at nationals. I'm gonna vlog the whole week. I don't know how to make that video so people doesn't get bored of me walking around. I might do interviews. I was planning on doing interviews in this regionals, but dude, the migraines I get was disgusting. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, you guys. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Au revoir, à la prochaine.